What up? It's Black Nerd Planet, baby.
What up, boy? The Black Nerd Planet, man.
It's your boy M.
Check, please.
I got that as a ringtone. It don't play. It's not my ringtone no more. I downloaded it or bought it as a ringtone a long time ago.
How did you get that as a ringtone?
It's on the iTunes store.
Oh, wow.
Man, one time,
much I know.
Just a little quick story. Since we already got started, one time we was at a restaurant. Me and Lil J was at a bar, and it was bad service. So I just kept making that play on my phone. Over there.
Like a child. Oh, man. This is episode something or another. I don't know. This is
episode.
Whatever. More quarantine conversations. This is streaming talk, man. I was about to say Xbox, but they kind of involved too, really. HBO Max, man. VOD, digital. Theaters is clamping down and whatever the hell else because they ain't making no money. Yeah, man. I don't know the last time you went to the theater. You was in the theater when people was coughing on everybody.
One last time before it was too late.
They was holding on, boy. So really, I wanted to talk about this, man, because everybody know we in these quarantine months and shit. And the movie theaters was trying to hold on, but can't hold on when ain't nobody coming to the theater. And then movies start getting delayed, productions getting delayed. Streaming is already out there. Hell, people got Netflix, Hulu, whatever the hell else apps is coming around. There's more apps coming soon. HBO Max and the Peacock NBC app and shit. So there's helly options to go around. What I really was wanting to talk about is just how do we think, or what do we think is gonna happen to like the movie industry, man, and just like where is streaming really gonna take off in the next in the next year or two, immediate future. Cause like for example, Universal Pictures, they put Trolls World Tour out with like 2 weeks ago now or something, middle of March, whenever the hell it came out, and they was like you can get it for rent on Amazon and Apple and wherever the hell else. The day it was supposed to come out in the theater, it ain't come out in the theater because whatever, we want to put this movie out and we'll see what happens. So they put the movie out, $20 to rent it. You get it for like a day, whatever the hell. You might have been able to buy it, but I feel like it was only rent. And we took that option because we in the house with these kids. And we got to do something, and we ain't going to be able to go to the movies for a while. So I'm like, all right, we'll see how this works. And I'm like, it's a cool, it's a cheaper option. We already got food at the damn house, as every black mama done said. And if we would have went to the theater, we'd have spent just $20 on one ticket probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on what time you go. A lot of times we want to go. AMC will do like the morning price, which will damn near go up every week. Yeah. I don't even remember what the last time it was cheapest. Kids bombarding in, they heard me talking about it. But, for people, family of four, you know what I'm saying, you go to the theater, you're going to spend at least $40, $50. You know what I'm saying? Like, minimum. If you getting popcorn, you getting some drinks, ices they begging for, and you try to keep them away from the $10 bag of candy that ain't worth a nickel that you got from the dollar store. But I'm thinking, like, there's something to be said about the theater experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which that should be my first question to you is, how do you feel about these movies being at home? You know what I'm saying? Because there's movies like Fast and Furious, they said, we gonna wait to put it out. Because, like, Fast and Furious was supposed to come out with July or June, something. They was like, that's too big of a movie, and that's a theatrical experience, so we gonna wait. You know what I'm saying? But if they would have put that out on VOD like they did Trolls, like, would you have been like, you don't care about Fast and Furious, I guess, but, a movie of that magnitude, would you have been like, all right, I'll just take this option, or would you have been like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for me, man, I like, that going to the movie is my favorite part about going to the movies. You know what I mean? Like I like watching movies. Like I like to watch movies, and I like to crib, but I definitely enjoy the theatrical experience or whatever, just like being in this, being in the seats or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, I probably wouldn't have if the option was you can go to the movie or you can watch it at the crib.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like I guess that's kind of a mood thing too. You know what I mean? Where it's like, do I even feel like going anywhere right
Mm-hmm.
now? I would love to be able to have the option though. You know what I'm saying? To do both. They, going forward, if they put it out in the theaters and then a couple of days later or whatever, something like that. I don't know. That would be cool too.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that might be what happens, but what's going on is like with Trolls, Universal did the release with that. And that's already a kid movie. You damn near don't want to have your kids out the house anyway half the time because they
Right.
doing too damn much.
Right.
But they made I didn't pull up the exact numbers, but from what I read like on Twitter and stuff, they made more money off of the quarantine, putting it in everybody's homes off top than they
Right.
made money for the first Trolls movie. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
that made like helly money in the theaters. So it's
Yeah.
like if you saying they already made way more than they did the first time, and it wasn't even in the theaters. You know what I'm saying? Like that says a lot about at least that kind of movie to me. Like those more like family, like everybody gonna sit down and check it out type experience. With
Mm-hmm.
like a M-rated movie or like a Fast and Furious or like Endgame. Those kind of movies people are going to watch at home, but you gonna really kind of be like, I don't know, you want to see it on the big screen and like you said
Yeah.
that experience that you talking
For
about.
sure.
Where I don't really even know if I have an answer like you had. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
they delaying so much stuff, and it's just like if they give us the options, I guess like you said, it just depends on like the mood and timing and stuff and shit. Even maybe if I even got
Yeah.
money in my damn pocket.
Right. Exactly. I mean, and like you said, we in different situations. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit. It's more consideration when it's for you, and like with the kids and stuff. I mean, kids at the movies is cool, especially in a kids movie. Obviously, that makes sense. That's kind of to be expected. But sometimes, kids they want to watch a movie, but they really don't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then they get in there and get restless or whatever, and it's like, man, forget this. So it's like, do
Exactly.
you really want to deal with that? You know what I'm saying? Or would it be a better option for you, to just keep them at the crib, watch it at home?
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and there's something to be said about like people having date nights and stuff too, and things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like just like traditions of the movie theater. Like we gonna
Mm-hmm.
watch such and blah 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 whatever. And I feel like I'm happy that they did decide to delay a lot of these movies because just for the simple fact that if they was just to kind of put them out on streaming and stuff like that, I mean, not like Disney or all these companies really need all the money in the world, but it's kind of like, is there still a perception that movies and stuff that come on these things are less of quality? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because even that movie Extraction just came out on Netflix with Chris Hemsworth. And I don't even really know what it's about, but it's an action movie, I guess. And I guess it's like it's doing well on Netflix. It's Netflix and everybody's at home, whatever. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But if that movie would have came out in a theater, would it have done that well? You know what I'm saying? Because just
Mm-hmm.
looking at it, looked like an action movie. Like you know what I'm saying? Like what kind of criteria do we even look for in content when it comes to big budget movies or like mid level or you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
what is that really doing for people? Or like the perception of these projects. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you know what I'm saying, because if you think like Trolls, it's a cartoon, so that can kind of go wherever. Because you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, it's already like in a child level playing field where people just look at like, okay, it's just something funny to watch. But if you was to say that the next Star Wars movie is just gonna be on Disney Plus, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is that
Yeah.
saying? You know what I mean? Like, what is
Yeah.
that? What is
Definitely.
that?
And because like what I was it's cool if you at the crib, and you actually have a decent little TV setup situation. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Because then you can kind of almost simulate that experience in a way. But not everybody has access to that or
True.
has that kind of setup. You know what I mean? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like you said, it's like, damn, this
Shit.
Star Wars is about to be kind of weak because
Yeah.
I'm watching it on the
But
little
shit,
24-inch TV or
I
something.
don't know, man, because Walmart got 70 inches for $500 and shit right now. So everybody got them checks.
Said
They
it's
said, all
time,
right,
man.
roll
You gotta
back.
step up your step up your entertainment system, man.
Oh, shoot. But I just wonder, because they already, like, we're like putting Disney out there as an example again. Like Star Wars Rise of Skywalker is coming out on Disney Plus Star Wars Day, May 4th. So by the time people hear this, it'll be out, whatever.
May the fourth be with you.
And
Yeah.
that just came out. What was that? That was December it came out. So you talking about
Mm-hmm.
6 months later. And even like Frozen 2 they did that, and a couple other things. And those already had the chance of being in theaters, so the process of thought on those is different now. But if we're just getting to a point where everything's just coming to streaming, you know what I'm saying, can we just mentally, how are we gonna start thinking about how these movies are gonna be produced? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because shit, you could start. A lot of people could be like Tyler Perry and make a damn movie in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? And just
Yeah.
throw it out there for all we know. I mean,
Yep.
not every movie's like that. Obviously, like if you really doing like CGI and shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the way technology is now, like we can have so much at our in our TVs
You
so
can
fast.
make shoot an iPhone. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it might not be the best movie. It
But it's a
might be
movie.
but it's just and even like you said, just the fact that you can do that says so much to whatever is going to happen with streaming and being able to go to the movies, or even if they even go how they gonna act when they open back up. You know what I'm saying? It's just like people just can anybody can make anything at this point. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? And because like nothing is happening as far as like everybody's delaying their movies and stuff. This is giving a lot of people time to mess with it. You know what I'm saying? Edit it if
Yeah.
you felt like it was something you could go back and change, or you'd be like, well, I did kind of like when we shot that other scene. Well, now you got the time for that, and I feel like it's also creating opportunity for people to make whatever
Mm-hmm.
and take that into their own hands, I guess.
And then, how do you feel about? Because I don't know if you saw the article or looked into it, whatever. But like Universal doing we gonna put the movie out on digital F the theater, and now like AMC is like, man, we don't even want y'all movies no more, bro. Y'all backstabbing us. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
theaters saying they ain't even gonna take big movies that could make them money. You know what I'm saying? Like how does that look
yeah,
to
yeah.
you?
I mean, it's kind of weird to me, especially in a time theater. We like we had this conversation before. The theaters is already kind of on the decline anyway, and
Mm-hmm.
just like with all the streaming stuff and people being like, well, I can watch it at home, so I'm play or whatever. It's already kind of like a toss up, and now you like, nah, well, forget that because y'all making money without us. It's like,
Yeah.
I feel you, but at the same time, we all kind of got to do what we can, basically. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like big companies are thinking that way too. And they just kind of like, hey, look, man, we can't sit around and wait for the theaters to open back up. What if they don't? We got to keep making money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, like I said, I love the theater experience. So that makes me feel bad because them saying that they're not going to play Universal, well, that's a lot of movies. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? A lot of movies come out of Universal. So I don't know, man. It's kind of weird to me. I feel like I
Mm-hmm.
think it's unfortunate that they feel like they have to do that or react in a way. I don't know, the logistics or the story behind it all for real, because it's more what they put in the articles, obviously. It almost seems kind of personal or something like they
Yeah.
might
You
have.
slept with my wife, man. I ain't fooling with you.
Yeah, honestly, it really does, especially when you think about how big Universal is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
you got some personal stake in this or what,
Yeah,
man?
man. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Like I haven't seen too many people on the side of the theater in that conversation. It's
Yeah,
just kind of like if you know right now, you was already talking about like you said they already damn near bankrupt. The theaters ain't gonna open up until whenever the hell, like maybe late summer, fall time. It's like you missing out on a whole lot of shit,
a
dog.
lot of
Like
money, man. You missed out on a lot of money, and like we had talked about, a lot of the money that they make is from people buying concessions and shit. Anyway,
exactly.
so you need bodies. It's not just like you need the movie. Like, yeah, you need Universal to put their movies in there, but you also need the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And you already been closed for what, 3 months now, two, three
Exactly.
months. I don't know, man. It just seems really goofy to me, in my opinion. I mean, like we said, shit, I ain't no businessman. I don't run no business, but that don't seem like a good way to run a business.
Not making money is the first example, and I
I
know it was
thought that
well.
that's the whole point of a business. But shit, I could be wrong. I don't know.
Tell me, I when I look at it, I'm thinking like even some like you look at a company like I mean going back to Disney just they got so much fucking money. For so that's the reason why, and they got so many different properties and stuff, and they got
Yeah,
Disney Plus. Um, is it almost turns into a thing of just like those companies probably already got in their head like how can we even just cut out the middleman on a even more
yeah,
than they already are because if saying they it's one thing to have Disney World but if they was like had their own theaters or something or
yeah. That would
saying
be crazy.
or figure out a way to partner up with different people and the money just make more sense and you just out here
Yep.
it's a lot of things that can kind of come out of this like I mean I don't once
Hmm.
again we don't run business but it always seems like people with a lot of money find a way to get some more money somewhere
Right.
so if cutting off this many percentage of your revenue it's like well why do that if
Man.
Trolls just made all this profit obviously they got to cut a check somewhere but if you made all this profit, like you about to really be like, yeah, I don't know, dog.
And that's what's so crazy to off of just putting it out at the crib. People not even leaving or doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? All they
Mm-hmm.
doing clicking a button and buying and watching it. So they made all this money, and now you saying, well, once people are ready to go back outside, because as soon as stuff open up, people gonna fly to go do everything that they haven't
Yeah,
been able to do anyway. So
itching.
everybody gonna want to come to the movies and sit down and watch a movie. And now you're gonna tell them, oh yeah, we not playing that. We're not playing that
Yeah,
movie in here. Yeah, you can't watch that here. Yeah.
and it's funny. It's one of those things where, like you said, they got like Universal got a lot of different properties, where it's like people don't really even think about who makes the movies so much a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times but it's like then when you kind of break it down like oh man I thought I was gonna be able to watch such and such and then you be like
No.
man they tripping what I'm saying so
Yeah.
yeah it does turn into like a people start paying attention more to the things that they thought was less
Mm-hmm.
important.
Mm-hmm. Because I just was like, what's the first top Universal movies if you type in and just the first two on the list is The Invisible Man, Jurassic World, Sing is on here.
Mm-hmm.
They just got, like you said, just got a lot of different stuff, man. And I don't know, it just seems like a bad idea.
What going in more like on the streaming side with HBO Max is coming out May 27th. Have you looked into? I know I posted it in the doc or whatever, but have you looked into kind of what the landscape of that's gonna be for HBO Max? Like, have you kind of seen like the trailers they've been putting out?
I feel like I did. I looked at some because I was looking on there on AT&T because I had some, and it never worked. So I was thinking about turning it off and picking something else or whatever. And
Uh,
HBO was one of the options, but I was like, oh, I wonder if I do that, will it give me HBO streaming or whatever after if I do it
Mm-hmm.
later. So I seen some stuff just looking at that. You know what I mean? Just kind of, but nothing really. Just like surface level stuff.
Yeah. So HBO Max, which to kind of like summer, I don't even want to say summarize, but like lead into it. Like everybody know what HBO is, a premium movie channel, whatever. But HBO's own, it's a part of like the Warner, Time Warner, whatever media, all that shit. So Warner Brothers and like TNT, CW, all that Cartoon Network and all that realm of like media shit. So they gonna have like all that basically on there. And
Mm-hmm.
you think about it, like that's a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
so looking at I went on CNET just to kind of look at a breakdown of what they put out there. First, HBO Max is coming out at $15 a month. Um, just based off of that, what do you think about that? $15 a month for a streaming service right now when you got $7 for Disney and what Netflix is about 15. What ain't it?
Yeah,
About
yeah.
15. Hulu is close to that if you got the
Mm-hmm.
premium. So
I think it's a lot, but I think it's not a lot because in any situation that would
I'll say that one
give
more
you.
time. Oh, this damn Discord.
I was just saying, I think that any situation because it's a premium channel, it's gonna be, it wasn't gonna be no less than $10.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like shit, like $15 is a lot, but like I said, in any situation, you wouldn't be able to get HBO for less than that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you had cable or DirecTV, Xfinity, whatever, they're gonna charge you about $15 extra on your
Mm-hmm.
bill anyway. So I feel like it's on brand for them to. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It just kind of
Yeah.
makes sense.
And it looks good for the simple fact that, like I was saying, they're gonna have so many different properties into HBO Max. Um, like people saw like last year or so, they gonna have that Boondocks reboot. If they still doing it, I haven't seen any like new updates on it, especially after John Witherspoon had passed away. But they gonna have that on there. They got the deal for Friends to be on there if you care about that.
No.
They spent that was a
Yeah,
rhetorical
I
question.
know.
That was the I was looking at CNET. I know because they also bought the rights to stream South Park, which South Park had
hmm
been on Hulu, so I'm not
hmm
sure if it's off of there, if it's staying. But they spent helly money on South Park. They spent like 400 some million to get Friends. They spent like 500 million to get Big Bang Theory out of all shows.
Because aren't they doing another season two on there? Is that was that part of the thing that they was
Which
doing?
show?
South Park,
Yeah,
like
South
the
Park is
next
still
season.
running. And looking at the article, it's saying that they're gonna get HBO Max is gonna get the new episodes like the day after they come out on TV for
Oh,
like the
okay.
next few years.
Yeah.
So I mean that's pretty big and
Yeah, it
shit.
is.
And looking at the trailer they HBO Max put out, Warner put out, whatever. Like I had forgot that they got the rights to Doctor Who. It's like
Mm.
all the seasons of that's gonna be on there, so it's gonna be way easier for people to watch that. Um, you got Rick and Morty. Like I said, you got all the CW shows I'll be messing with, like Riverdale and freaking Black Lightning and stuff. Heli movies. They already had Heli movies, and you think like all the DC universe because that's part of Warner Brothers.
Yep.
So all the DC films is gonna be on there. Um, Studio Ghibli, however you want to say it, they got the rights to stream that, and that's the
Which that's
first time they've ever streamed
yeah, and I
Ghibli
was about to
movies
say,
anywhere.
for me, that's the thing that is making a lot of those want to watch, but they're so hard to get, or you gotta buy it on, you gotta buy it on Blu-ray or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's really exciting.
Yeah, man. And you think like stuff like that adds up, man. Like being able to, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, just easy access to things, and
Mm-hmm.
for $15, you talking about all these different properties coming together. Um,
Because that's
there's
about how much a DVD, a Blu-ray will cost you. You know
mm-hmm.
what I mean?
And you think like with fit, I mean, And I'm thinking like they had to charge that amount of money if they invest in so much into all these properties. Because you think like Friends and like Big Bang Theory, like they didn't own that stuff. That's why they had to pay so much for it.
Right.
Because those was like NBC and like CBS properties.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. And they also gonna have, we was talking about earlier, they gonna have a new Looney Tunes cartoon on there, which looks pretty good. I don't know if it's gonna be 70s, 60s or whatever. Looney Tunes crazy, but I'm hoping it still keeps the spirit alive.
Yeah.
But the trailer seemed pretty cool. They got this random, not too late show with Elmo, and I'm curious on how that's gonna go. If Elmo gonna be on there cussing, or if it's gonna be him just being Elmo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm pretty.
Yeah, I just looking at it, I'm pretty excited about it. One thing that I don't know if you remember the J.G. Quintel, which was the creator of Regular Show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever saw the previews he had put out a long time ago
other show?
For that Close Enough show. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It was like the
cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like his more adult themed show, and that's supposed to be on HBO Max. And I've been waiting like 2, 3, 4 years for that mug to come out because they've been talking about it for a while. So I got pretty hyped when I saw that. And they also gonna have the new Adventure Time specials on there too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a lot of shit. I'm kind of like, damn, I'm just gonna have to chalk it up. Like,
yeah, gonna have to go ahead and add me.
See what this 15 doing, and one more thing before I go to that point, they're gonna have a new Green Lantern show, which I hope is good.
Oh yeah, I remember you.
But I don't know. They haven't said what that's really gonna be like. I mean, it's Green Lantern, but they haven't really said like who's gonna be in it and all that stuff. Like, it's a lot of shit under wraps still.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a lot of stuff gonna be on HBO Max, man, and I'm thinking that it's gonna do well. Like, I don't see how it won't. Especially, I mean, right now it's kind of like they kind of fell into a weird positive time for them. You know what I'm saying? Where they was like, well,
definitely.
guess it's cool. They can't come out and do this.
And I think it has the potential to also, because I know that they competing with other streaming services and stuff like Netflix and stuff, but who they aren't competing with anymore in this for now is like other premium channels, like Showtime. You know what I'm saying? Like this is taking them to a whole different division, basically. You know what I'm saying, as far as competition goes. So it's kind of putting them out there by themselves to be like, oh well, hey, we can get this money anyway.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure if they. Damn, I'm missing my damn point. I'm so freaking slow sometimes. Oh, what I was gonna say is like you were talking about competition with them because they already had. All them people got their apps and shit. Yeah. And they already had like the HBO app and HBO Go, HBO Now, whatever the hell, however they different. I don't know if those are really gonna like. I mean, I'm assuming those are still gonna be around, but I don't know how they're gonna really like price those going in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you can't just have HBO $15. You know what I'm saying? And then HBO Max $15. That doesn't really make sense.
I wonder if they just gonna add it on there. Like, you know what I mean? Is it gonna be if you buy that and you got HBO Go or HBO Now, is it gonna be a part of that? Can you watch it? You know what I'm saying? Get to it from that, or is they saying that he was gonna do a whole separate app?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. As far as I've seen, it's gonna be separate. But yeah, man, this is another wrench in the theater game because they're gonna have original content too. You know what I'm saying? They got hope like special deals with different people. So it's gonna be interesting, man. Like how is everybody gonna be able to keep up with everybody? Like it's just so strange because for a while it was kind of like, man, I don't see how there's gonna be any more like how can anybody else come out with a streaming app? You know what I'm saying? Like this really makes sense. And then you remember that people got money out here and they can kind of just keep doing what they want.
Exactly. And that's kind of what I was talking about. And I mean, it was, different conversation, but just saying like people got the opportunity to make different stuff now. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? With the movies being closed and all this other stuff being closed, it's opening up the door for the people who have money to make whatever they want. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Because like you said, how crazy would it be if they came back and was like, all right, we opening everything up, and then Disney was like, and speaking of that, we got our own theaters. We about to start opening
Yeah.
up in the cities near you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh shoot. And even and then like the Peacock app from NBC is coming out in July, I think, June, July or something like that. And I'm less optimistic about that cuz I mean, it's just like NBC. And the only
Mm-hmm.
thing of note that I know they're gonna have is the like Saved by the Bell redo or reboot, and I'm just kind of like
Which,
whatever.
yeah, you can have that. You'll keep that one.
So I don't really see how that's gonna fare, but man, it's a lot of shit, man.
Yeah,
I don't really know
that's an understatement.
because and for me, it's like I'm already gonna be careful. Like we talk about other discussion, like when all this quarantine stuff ends, it's like I'm still not really just going to leave my house. You know what I'm saying? So how am I gonna put my budget together to get all this stuff that makes sense? And it's
Right.
like a lot of people a lot of people ain't gonna have any more streaming stuff. And a lot of people get streaming stuff and just complain and saying nothing there. It's like, man, ain't no way you saying it. Ain't no options out here.
Yeah.
But I'm really, I'm really optimistic about this though, and I'm kind of
Mm-hmm.
tired of being optimistic about big production companies like putting out stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I try to find more people in like the smaller space like us to like be entertaining and everything, but it's like shoot, I'm kind of it's like a name brand thing, I guess, in a lot of
Mm-hmm.
ways that can get you that we're all kind of guilty of.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
what do you think? Do you think? Well, how am I putting this? How am I putting this? When even with when the movie theaters do come back or whatever, do you think that they're gonna have enough? Or do you think it's gonna be a point where they're really just gonna have to shut down most of them, like off rip? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like right when they come back, they just gonna be like, well, half of the theaters is closed. Like you know what I'm saying? Just like prediction wise, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
throwing darts at a board on that one. But you think that's not gonna be the case?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're just gonna open up. Like, I think they're gonna do the same thing, kind of like games, being like, man, we just gonna close down a bunch of shops.
Mm-hmm.
We still gonna have a few open, the ones that's making the most money or whatever
Yeah, and the
situation.
nicer areas and
Yeah, exactly.
shit. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I love going to the theater too, but it's really gonna be hard for me to justify it in this climate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And my kids like they got a lot to say in this too, cause they be like, man, why we can't go outside?
Right.
And I'm like, you tell them it's just like at the same time they still don't, cause you don't want to scare your kids too much and all this, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just like the magnitude to them is just on the level of like I just want to have some fun.
Yeah, exactly.
So, well,
I'm
I
just
do
not
too,
even
man.
able to do my fun stuff anymore.
Um, I felt like I had one more question on this, and then once again my brain lapsed. I should write this stuff down some more. Real quick question: did you watch the Rick and Morty last season?
Yes.
Was it good?
I mean, I
I,
like Rick.
no, that
So,
was too much.
because I mean, yeah, I feel like I don't know. I need to rewatch it again. Cause, as a matter of fact, yes, I do. Because now I'm thinking about a specific instance that was like hilarious or something.
Oh,
So,
that's funny.
yes, I'm going to say yes for that. As
As
my
your,
dogs turn
yeah, I was
up.
about to say your dog is telling us to shut up. Yeah, man. I don't think there's much more to say though. Anyway, about that.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it was just an update, like I said, talking about this HBO Max and
Yeah.
how we kind of feel about this theater game going forward. But yeah, man.
That's it. And that new Rick and Morty I mean, as of recording, it'll be out by the time they get this, but it's a new episode coming out.
Is it? Okay. For some reason I thought season 4 was already done because I haven't watched it at all.
I
So
think this. I don't know if it's the same season trailer, and it was like May. So
yeah. Okay. I'll check it out one day. Like most things, one day.
Exactly. Yeah, one of these days.
Well, on that note, everybody, thank you for listening. Black Nerd Planet, YouTube, Spotify,
Like, subscribe,
SoundCloud.
comment.
Check us out in some form or fashion. Let us know how you feel about us in any way possible. Because constructive criticism is good.
Because knowledge is power.
Just don't troll us too hard if you like this stuff.
Yeah.
And on that note, thank you, everybody. Peace.